Hello everyone and welcome back to Wonderland Explorers.
Today's adventure brings us to the Festival of the Holidays here at Epcot. Well, I think the magic is calling.
And we answered the call because tonight we are going to be taking in all things Hanukkah here at Festival of the Holidays. That means we're going to be tasting some very tasty L'chaim treats, taking in the Hanukkah storytellers, maybe a few other surprises along the way. Come along with us as we explore. Before moving down here, we really haven't had much of an opportunity to really take in Festival of the Holidays. One of the booths that we were really excited to try is L'chaim. So it's got a bunch of really festive Hanukkah-inspired dishes. In addition to that, it does remind me of some of the things from back in New York. So I think we're gonna be trying like some pastrami sandwiches. I can't remember, they even have like the black and white cookie. So if you're from New York, you definitely know what I'm talking about.
Right across from the L'chaim booth, we have a character spotting bell.
So situated in between the Morocco and France pavilion, you're going to find L'chaim, which we are so excited to try this menu. Check out this pastrami sandwich. They have a smoked salmon potato latke, regular potato latke. Oh man, jelly donuts, the black and white cookie. I'm so excited to try that. And then what I'm super pumped for is the Shmaltz Brewing Company Hanukkah beer. I've heard awesome things about this. So we have gone all out and purchased the full spread. We have the potato latkes, the pastrami on rye, the black and white cookie, the jelly donuts, and the Shmaltz Brewing Company Hanukkah beer. So excited to try this. So I think to start off, we have to try the beer because I have looked forward to this for a long time. Let's check it out. It's like a really good winter lager. I think if you like Sam Adams winter lager, you would love this. It's like a little sweet, with a little spice. It's perfect for the holidays. 5 out of 5 for sure. So just to show you, this is a marble rye pastrami sandwich. So if you're used to that back in New York, you'll definitely be familiar with the style of sandwich. I think the mustard's very good. It's like a yellow, little slightly spicy mustard. Pastrami's very tasty. I'd give this like a 4 out of 5. I think overall though, it's still, yeah, it's pretty good. I would definitely get this again. This is pretty tasty.
I think this is absolutely delicious. You can even taste like the rye bread and the little seeds that they have on there as well. I would give this a 5 out of 5. I think my only complaint would be it's just a little too small.
I love how they even give you like the kosher dill. I mean, you can't have a pastrami sandwich without some kosher dill. That's a really good pickle. I wish they just sold the pickle as by itself. That's really good. It's like sweet and sour all at the same time. I love making latkes myself. They're super tasty, great for this time of the year. I'm so pumped to try this. But I like the dill sauce they put on there. That's a little different. Yeah, these are really good. I would absolutely give this like a 4 out of 5.
So these are quite thick, but in a good way. Like, you know, some people make them like really thin and they're like burnt. So with the sandwich and the latkes together, I think that makes a good combination. I think they are creamy, they're a little crunchy on the outside, and the sauce that's on top with the dill. I love these. I would give these a 5 out of 5 again too.
I think they did a really good job like mincing the onion that they put in there. So like everything is very consistent and it makes a really good latke. Like,
I'll tell you, the savory items went down very fast. So up next is our sweet treats. We have the jelly-filled donuts and then the black and white cookie. I know this is one of Kyle's favorites that he loves getting every year. So I can't wait for him to try this one.
every time I see this, it always reminds me of the Seinfeld episode. It's, look at the cookie, Shanae. Look at the cookie. Two races of flavors living side by side. It's such a good episode every time I think of this. That's a good little break to it. Man, these are soft, chewy. The cookie doesn't lie.
So what makes a good black and white cookie?
It has a good balance between the dough. The dough has to be a little soft. Has some good spice in there, and then it's got good coating of the black and white. Got to have the chocolates. It's good. I give this 5 out of 5. This is a good cookie.
Well, the black and white cookie is part of the cookie stroll. So if you do decide to get this, in the back of the little festival holiday book guide, they have a little spot right up there where they stamp it. It even looks like the black and white cookie. Now you don't have to do these all in one day, because sometimes that's a little bit much, right, with all the foods that you can try. So you can stamp it and come back later, however many days you're here. And then at the end, you get your holiday cookie stroll completer treat. These aren't very big in Tennessee, like black and white cookies, or maybe it's just more like in our family. So like marrying into your family, I learned these. I remember a Christmas, we didn't come here, but Kyle, your parents did, and they came back home with like 5 of these things. Just to tell you how much they love these cookies. It's almost like a cake cookie with a little chocolate on top. You know, it's not like a sugar cookie crunch. It's very good. I would give these like a 4 out of 5.
So we had to get the Sufganiyot. Just had to get the jelly donuts. Look at those.
But that's a good amount of jelly on the inside.
That's a lot of jelly for a little donut.
You think it's raspberry?
Let me see. Yeah, it's a raspberry filling. That's really good. Yeah, it's very tart. I wish they were I wish they were warm because they're cold. These were like powdered donuts with a little jelly on the inside. Oh man, it's really good. Still though, I'd give them like a 4 out of 5. Everything so far here has been amazing. I mean, I really like this place. You can see why folks like it so much. I'm going back to the black and white.
I'm staring at you. Don't look like an eye. Yeah, I see what you're saying. If they're a little bit warmer, they'd be a little bit better. The raspberry jam in there is like very sweet, but it has that little tang at the end. The donuts have a good like powdered sugar. I think if they were a little bit warmer, they wouldn't. It's almost like they're a little stale because they're cold. But I would give these like a 3 out of 5. So we tried most of the items at the Laheim booth.
We did.
What did your overall takeaway at the booth?
So I think the best item there is the pastrami and rye. The Latkes are number 2. Then I like the beer. And then I like the black and white cookie. The donut's gonna be at the bottom. The donut was all right, but I still think if I had to pick between the 2 desserts, the black and white cookie was the best way to go. And if you never had one, you should get one. Let me know if you like it in the comments below. Do you like black and white cookies?
Well, I like the booth. Overall, I would give it a score of a 5. I enjoyed all of those items, and I agree with you on the order. The only one that I probably would say I would not get the next time would be the jelly-filled donuts. The ones we got tonight, they're a little cold, and I like my donuts a little bit warm. And then they're a little bit stale, but it could be just because of the coldness. But if you are a jelly-filled donut fan, I think you'll like the jelly inside, so give it a try. But overall, the score of 5 out of 5 for me.
Halva, Nagila halva, Nagila halva, Nagila venismecha. Halva, Nagila halva, Nagila halva, Nagila venismecha. Clap along with me. Shalom, everyone! My name is Zachary, and I am so excited to be back here celebrating Hanukkah with all of you here at the Epcot International Festival of the Holidays. Thank you. I have a love of travel, and in my travels, I've learned that people in different places and cultures celebrate Hanukkah in their own way. And now I get to share what I've learned with all of you. You know, a lot of people think that Hanukkah is this very serious and somber holy holiday, but that is not completely true. In fact, Hanukkah is the only Jewish holiday that is not specifically mentioned in the Torah, our holy book. Hanukkah is a joyful holiday celebrating a victory and a miracle. It all began in 166 BCE, when a small band of Jews known as the Maccabees defeated the large and powerful Assyrian army, driving them from Jerusalem and reclaiming their holy temple. After the battle, the Maccabees rededicated the temple and relit the eternal candle, a candle that is required to burn in Jewish synagogues at all times. They only had enough oil to light the candle for one day. Yet by a miracle, the candle burned bright for 8 days, long enough for a messenger to return with more oil. This is why we now celebrate 8 days of Hanukkah. Now, during the 8 days and nights of Hanukkah, families gather together. We eat, we sing songs, we eat, we exchange presents, and did I mention we eat? Specifically, we eat potato latkes, jelly donuts, foods that are cooked in oil to help us remember the miracle of the oil that burned for the Maccabees so long ago. We also light the candles of the Hanukkah, a 9-branched menorah like the one you can see behind me now. Tonight is the second night of Hanukkah, so as you can see, we've actually lit 3 candles, not just 2. That's because on the first night of Hanukkah, we light 2 candles. The center candle, which is called the Shamash, and the candle furthest to the right. The Shamash is the servant candle. It serves as a reminder for each of us to be a light, shining into a dark world. Now at sunset tomorrow, the 3rd night, we'll light the Shamash and the first 3 candles, and the 4th night, Shamash and 4, and so on and so forth, until the 8th night, when all of the candles are lit and burning bright. Light the first of 8 tonight, furthest candle to the right. Light the first and second too, when tomorrow's day is through. Then light 3 and then light 4. Every dusk light 1 candle more, till all 8 burn bright and high, honoring a day gone by. Thank you. Now, in my family, like so many other families around the world, our tradition has always been to exchange gifts immediately after lighting the candles. My parents would always give us kids the biggest presents on the first and the last nights. Those nights in between were for, you could say, smaller presents, school supplies, clothes, and yes, in case you are wondering, I also got the extra fancy pair of socks. They say happy holidays for those of you in the back, so my parents either have the best taste or the worst taste, depending on who you ask. Now, we would also get some of the Hanukkah staples. Chocolate coins called gelt, exactly, and, of course, dreidels. Now, a dreidel, for those of you who don't know, is a 4-sided spinning top. On each side is a Hebrew letter: Nun, Gimel, Hey, and Shin. My sisters and brothers and I would each put some of our Hanukkah gelt into a pot, and then, one at a time, we'd spin the dreidel. Now, if the dreidel lands on Nun, you get none. If it lands on Shin, you have to add some of your chocolate coins to the pot. But if it lands on Hey, you get half the chocolate coins in the pot. And if you're lucky enough for it to land on Gimel, you get all the chocolate gelt! Yeah, it's a little bit too much chocolate, to be totally honest. Now, while we would play, we would sing the classic dreidel song. I'm sure some of you know the dreidel song, am I right? Yeah, well, I would love to sing some of it for you, but I think I could use a little bit of help on this one. Is there anybody here who could help me sing the dreidel song? No, that's all right. Tell you what, how about we all sing it together then, all right? Here's what we'll do. I'll sing most of the words to the song, but I need all of you to shout out one very important word. Can anybody guess what word I might want you to shout out? Dreidel, exactly right. So here's how we'll do it. I'll sing most of the words, and when it's time for all of you to shout out dreidel, I'm going to lift this dreidel up into the air, just like that. Can we try that? Dreidel. One more time? Dreidel. All right, I think we got it. We all ready to sing? Awesome. I have a little dreidel. I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, then dreidel. I shall play. Oh, dreidel. I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, then
dreidel.
I shall play. Let's do it even faster.
Dreidel, dreidel, dreidel.
I made it out of clay, and when it's dry and ready, then
dreidel.
I shall play. Everybody give yourselves a hand. Now, I have always loved my family's Hanukkah tradition so much. That's why I was thrilled to be able to get out into the world and see how people in different places and cultures celebrate Hanukkah. Did you know that in Yemen and North Africa, they make the 7th night of Hanukkah a celebration of women? It's called Hag Habanat, the holiday of the daughters, in honor of all the strong women connected to the Jews' battle for freedom. On this night, the synagogue is open just for women to worship the Torah, dance, and bless their daughters and fellow Jewish women. And in Turkey, they have a holiday on the last night of Hanukkah they call Merenda. It literally translates to snack. The night is basically a giant potluck. Families travel to each other's homes, sharing home-prepared dishes and foods. I mentioned we like to eat, right? On this day, children collect flour from their neighbors, chanting and singing, "Give us flour, so that God will give you life." When speaking of music and songs, in Argentina, many Jews speak in a Judeo-Spanish language called Ladino. And there's an old Ladino song sung by many Argentinians to celebrate Hanukkah called Ocho Candelicas. It literally translates to 8 little candles. Would you like to hear some now? Wonderful. Oh, una candelica, dos candelicas, tres candelicas, cuatro candelicas, cinco candelicas, seis candelicas, siete candelicas, ocho candelas para mí. Thank you. I love that song. And you know, there are so many wonderful Hanukkah songs and traditions out there in this great big world. And it seems that no matter where you are, Hanukkah is about remembering the miracle, remembering to be a light, and celebrating with food, fun, and most importantly, family. Hanukkah, oh Hanukkah, come light the menorah. Let's have a party, we'll all dance the hora. Gather round the table, we'll give you a treat. Dreidels to play with and latkes to eat. One for each night they shed a sweet light to remind us of days long ago. Thank you. Chag Sameach! Happy Hanukkah, everyone. Please enjoy the rest of your day here at the Epcot International Festival of the Holidays.
Okay, I know this really doesn't go with their Hanukkah theme, but they did say that they like to eat a lot and snack a lot, you know? They play, they snack. So, something caught our eye. Are you ready for this? I normally don't go for these, but this one is amazing. How cute is this? It's little Mickey and Minnie, and a little golden tree with a garland. Oh, but we're not done just yet. Hold on.
Look at this! How awesome is that? I mean, it lights up. And I found out, ready? Dancing lights. This thing is awesome. Of course, it's off. Then you can get just the star. Just the star, right? Just the tree. Full tree. Back to dancing tree. We were joking because the majority of the time that we've ever seen the special limited edition buckets or cups, we always miss them. So like, where are they? We run around the park, we never find them. We'll go to the place, like the last time we were here was in the fall and they had a like a poison apple, like sipper cup. And like, we get up there and the person in front of us got the last cup. And that was it. They never got them back in stock. So this is the first time we've actually like got one of these. It's like, yay!
It's like our trophy.
Yeah, the anxiety level the entire time we were standing in the line was just like,
Oh, it's so stylish.
you've heard of Flavor Flav. Christmas Flav.
Alright, unfortunately this is the end of our night here at Epcot, but it has been a truly wonderful exploration.
Yeah, we've enjoyed coming out, seeing all the Hanukkah festivities, trying the new treats, seeing the storyteller. It was just fantastic.
I really enjoyed the storyteller. His view on Hanukkah, what he loves and how they celebrate it, absolutely amazing.
Yeah, and for those of you who do celebrate Hanukkah watching, we wish you a very special one. If you like the video, hit like and subscribe, and as always, until next time, bye!